and welcome everybody to Music Messages Tarot. I hope you're doing really well. This video is going to be for the sign of Gemini, for those who resonate as part of the Twin Flame Collective. This is going to be a check-in on your twin flame journey, so divine feminine and divine masculine energies as they come through, and then also some direct messages from the DM's higher self toward the end of the video. Okay, we're going to be using a few different decks today. I'm hearing the name Mark, Samantha. The month of September is coming through, September 21st. Take those as they resonate. Those little bits just kind of come through when I'm shuffling sometimes. Let's get right into it, Gemini. So we have pregnancy. The birth of a child brings great blessings to you and the world. This might be a literal pregnancy. If you are in union with your twin at this time, you may either be thinking about conceiving a child, or this might be future influence. You may be fated to have a child or to have children with your twin flame. This could also be metaphorical. So I think some of the people in the Twin Flame Collective right now are reaching a point where things are about to come to fruition. Action is about to start happening for a lot of us in 3D. And so this idea of pregnancy may be more metaphorical for some of you, Gemini, that your connection to your twin is kind of ripe and fruitful and ready to be metaphorically born into the physical world. So take that as it resonates, but some of you may be dealing with a literal pregnancy as well. It says, express your individuality, allow your true self to shine because you're awesome. All right, so I'm getting that this could resonate for both sides, but I'm getting for the DF, you are really stepping into your power right now. This woman looks like she doesn't even have a care in the world. The fairy that's on the card here, she's kind of looking up, doing her own thing, tapping into her own creativity from what it looks like on this card. So DF, that's your energy right now. You're coming into your own. You are expressing who you are as a person. You've really come into alignment with your inner soul frequency and who you are and what your highest timeline is. And that's actually what's allowing this union to kind of take place. So I'm getting, at least for my Geminis who are listening, and it's that you don't have to be a Gemini. You can have Gemini influence in your chart. Your twin could be a Gemini, or you could just find that you resonate with this video. But for people who this video is going to resonate for, I really feel like you are at that point where you've done the work. You've reached your highest timeline. You're ready and willing and open to accept this beautiful love and partnership that you are going to be embarking on with your twin flame. So a lot of you are going to be either having communication soon or coming into union soon with your twin because you've really done the shadow work necessary to get to this point. So that's really exciting for you. Okay, and then we have flower power. Spend time with flowers and flower essences to increase your personal healing power. And just from, there's not a rose pictured on this particular card, but just from the imagery and the colors, I'm seeing pink roses for someone. So that may resonate. That might be maybe your favorite flower, or maybe your twin really likes roses. Take that as it resonates. Like I said before, many of you are in alignment with your highest timeline right now. You're really coming into your own personal power and a stronger sense of self. Again, this could be for divine masculine or divine feminine, but I'm getting that message in particular is especially important for the divine feminines listening. What might enhance this even further, especially if you are in the northern hemisphere, it is springtime. Everything's in bloom pretty much at this time, and we're moving into summer next month. So this is a great time to spend some time in nature. That helps us kind of raise and maintain those higher frequencies, just, as a part of your personal growth and as a part of your personal process, but also as you're coming into union with your twin, these things are going to help keep your frequency high. They're going to help you continue to stay in touch with your inner self, your inner voice, and kind of center yourself as this process is unfolding in front of you. Okay, so nature may be really important, and it may be something that you guys might want to look into or continue to do in the coming months. All right, we're going to move over to our herbal astrology oracle, and these are going to be shorter videos, so just kind of like a check-in for where your twin flame journey is. This one flew out, passion flowers, surrender. So I'm getting a heavy energy for both sides, but particularly the divine masculine. The divine masculine is learning to surrender right now to the feelings and passion that he is feeling for you, divine feminine. All right, that's been the struggle with a lot of the divine masculines lately. They are feeling extremely strong emotions, making them very uncomfortable in some situations, in most circumstances actually. But a lot of them are starting to trust this process a little bit more and just fall into that surrender, fall into that release and surrender as they allow these emotions to come to the surface. And also as they allow these emotions to guide their intuition and decision making as they move forward in their lives, okay? We've been talking a lot in the more general twin flame videos about how many masculines are releasing things in their lives that no longer work for them. That's been a consistent theme for any sign and any element that I've done so far over the past week. But especially for those who will resonate with this video, Gemini, your DMs are really kind of sinking into that, allowing themselves to get comfortable in the discomfort of these emotions that are coming up for them. A lot of them are feeling very passionately towards you right now. They may even be kind of fantasizing about you. If you've had a relationship with them in the past or you've had contact with them in the past, they're heavily fantasizing about you, in some cases in a sexual way, or just the romance that you had. It could even be things like holding your hand, kissing you, touching you, those kinds of things. They're thinking of all the passionate feelings they have towards you, and they are allowing that to kind of take the reins in their lives. Just going to shuffle this one more time. All right, we have the Beloved. What a beautiful card. This card just speaks of union to me. I'm actually going to read from the book on this one. It says, so yellow flowers might connect to somebody. Black crows might also connect. But as you can see, there's like an Ace of Cups sort of imagery up here pouring down. And it almost reminds me of the Lover's card from the tarot deck, but kind of coupled with this Ace of Cups imagery here. I'm going to read from the book on this once we pull a third card. But beautiful, loving, romantic feelings that your DM is having towards you right now. I always say, like, I try not to sugarcoat things. But so far, Gemini, this is a really beautiful read because we're not really seeing that dissension. We're not really seeing that discrepancy between the DF and the DM that sometimes we do see in these twin flame readings. This feels like a reading where both sides, your energies are very similar to one another right now. It feels like your DM is almost at that point where he's ready to really move this forward in a very real and practical way with you. Okay? He's having a lot of romantic thoughts, a lot of passionate thoughts about you right now, and that's what's driving him. All right, and then we have Grace here. Okay, looks like there's a swan. That's what there's a couple swans on this card. Again, there's a woman holding what looks like the Ace of Cups. So I almost get like a Queen of Cups type imagery here, just further emphasizing the romantic, deep, passionate, tender feelings that your divine masculine is having for you at this time. I think out of all the readings I've done, the twin flame collective readings that I've been doing over the past week, this one seems the most ripe in some ways. And what I mean by that, I'm going back to this pregnancy here, this idea of a metaphorical pregnancy, in that the energies seem really ready to move forward in alignment with one another. It doesn't seem like the divine masculine is holding back quite as much as he has in the past, okay? That doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to get communication tomorrow, but I wouldn't be surprised if you did, because the energies are coming into alignment fully with one another on both sides. So even if it's not tomorrow or the next day, I definitely see communication happening very, very soon. Probably more for this sign than I've seen for any of the others in the readings that I've done recently. So that is really exciting and beautiful. And just tapping into the love and the passion and the romance that your divine masculine is feeling for you right now. It's just such a beautiful divine energy that I'm picking up here. So that's something really, really gorgeous. I want to kind of tap into this one card here by reading a little bit from the book. Okay. magnetism, attraction, kindred spirits, soulmates, relationships, intimacy, sacred play, and finding the beloved within. The guidance said, I think I'm pronouncing this right, Damiana represents the universal principle of the beloved within relationships and within ourselves. The alchemy of polarity is what we're made of, and this integration of opposites is that which births the beloved. This card represents the journey of coming together and reuniting within oneself, a lover, friend, family member, or any important person in your life. You are in an important period of making choices and establishing healthy boundaries, especially with those you'd like to deepen and expand, or those that you feel the need to shed or distance yourself from. Damiana reminds us of the importance of shaking off rigidity that often depletes creative reserves and sacred play. If you feel unsatisfied and emotionally unavailable, even to those whom you love, take the time to be in solitude and nourish your creative centers. Often separation becomes the basis to reunite once again in a higher frequency. True self-love is the key to lasting relationships with others, and most importantly, with yourself. Okay, so this reminded me of the Lover's card a little bit when it came out before, but I'm hearing more of a meaning that this may also relate to like the Temperance card as well in the typical tarot. It's basically a card of self-love and also being open to this cup of love that's being poured down onto this reunion between two people. This reading is kind of screaming possible reunion to me, more than any of the other twin flame readings I've tapped into recently. This seems like you and your person are going to be coming together in a very real way very shortly. Okay? Obviously I can't predict, what you or your twin will choose to do in the physical world, but the energies are really ripe for this union to take place. So I would, if I was a betting person, I would probably bet that many of you will have some communication in the coming weeks. Okay, let's get some direct messages from the DM's higher self. Okay, so I'm scared of rejection. I think that might be one of the only things holding him back at this point, but he's going to eventually overcome that feeling because the love is just too strong. And as I pull it, it says the heat between us is intense, just kind of echoing that idea. I need to hold back my true feelings for you, so he's a little bit overwhelmed by the intensity that he's feeling, the intensity of emotion that's coming through. My prediction is that he's gonna readily overcome some of these fears that he's having because the emotional intensity and the passion and the romance is just too strong right now. I wish to be like you, Divine Feminine. So your Divine Masculines, a lot of them admire who you are as people. I don't know where to start, so he's kind of contemplating what that first step is going to look like, but he is most likely going to get there very soon. And it is dark without you, okay? And as I'm kind of placing this card down, I'm looking at all the stars that are surrounding this Divine Feminine essence on this card. He sees you as the light in his life, and that's the light that he's going to be gravitating towards, is your energy and your connection. Gemini, this was a beautiful reading. I hope it resonated with you. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, it would really help our channel grow. Please let me know if this did resonate with you. I'd love to hear about your twin flame journey in the comments. Other than that, I am sending you peace and harmony, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.